this defensive line, Lee Corso or anybody else could say whatever they want about them. They are physical and they're athletic. And again, I said it in the first half, I'll say it now. If you're going to run against Oklahoma, you've got to try to get upfield in a hurry. It's one of these defenses, because of their speed, the longer you take and hesitate and try to bounce it, there's about 6 or 7 red jerseys right in your face.
-5. That's a Texas rush yardage. Here comes the blitz. They set the middle, and they've got it for a 1st and 10 out to the 25-yard line. Brandon Collins.
They brought the blitz, and because Texas did such a good job of giving Colt McCoy time, there's the blitz up the middle. There's nobody left in the middle. Perfect time to call this by Greg Davis, and I think Brandon Collins could be a factor in this game before it's all said and done. He has the same quickness that you see from Cosby and Shipley. Keep attacking the seams in the middle where those linebackers are. There's a lot of room to work for Colt.
Throwing on 1st down, and it's complete for 4 yards as he snapped it off to Shipley. You know, the one thing that I'm sure weighs on Greg Davis' mind right now, as the play caller upstairs, and you're working against a team, you're down by 8 points. That's the most important stat. But Oklahoma had just scored in a minute and a half. So the one thing you'd like to do is to go the hard way, go the distance, take about 5 or 6 minutes off the clock, and still get your team a touchdown. So his purpose is not just to score right now, which obviously that's number one, but dumping it off right there for a 1st down. Ogbonnaya slipping out of the backfield, and now he's jawing away with Travis Lewis, the linebacker, over there on that far side.
And Brett, you and I were talking at a break how important it was when they had one of their big drives to get back into the game, that not only did they drive the length of the field, but they took over 6 minutes off the clock. It kept Sam Bradford over there on the sidelines drinking water. And that's what Colt McCoy will look to do. And it's not, you're right,
exactly correct.
Not just moving the ball, but trying to keep Bradford on the sideline.
Continues to, now McCoy's going to take off. Got himself a nice gain on 1st down. Probably about 2nd and 2 or 3 coming up. English makes the stop on the Longhorn quarterback.
Nice job by Colt McCoy. Another solid decision. Greg Davis telling us this week, most important thing in being able to execute against this athletic Sooner defense is decision making and the poise of Colt McCoy. That's essential. And with this being his 3rd game in this rivalry, he understands that patience is very important, and we've seen that demonstrated tonight.
Ogbonnaya's got the 1st down and then some. Breaks into Sooner territory to the 25-yard line. Jackson hauls him down, but not before he picked up 30 yards.
And they finally hit one here, and it's just a simple zone read. It's the give look. And here is Ogbonnaya getting in. Once he gets to the 2nd level, he gives a little shake there against this Oklahoma secondary, and he goes right by the safety who's coming up to make a play. That is so important, because that will open up the play-action pass for Colt McCoy when you start to run like that.
And let's go back to that injury suffered by the middle linebacker of Oklahoma. That left a big hole. 1st down, they come right back to the middle, and Shipley close to another 1st down, attacking the middle of the field.
That's exactly where I keep saying, that's exactly the area to attack in this defense, right where the linebackers are. Again, a blitz. This time Holmes ends up coming. If you pick up the blitz, there's a lot of room to work for these Texas wide receivers in one-on-one opportunities. Shipley, the ball's a little high, secures it, sets up a 2nd and short.
In the red zone, down by 8. McCoy kept it himself. Got the 1st down and stepped out at about the 10-yard line.
I'll tell you, you think Colt McCoy doesn't have speed? Watch this. Comes off the fake. That's a corner. He outruns to the corner himself and then picks up a 1st down. Colt McCoy has 4.5 speed. For those of you who aren't familiar with that, that's fast. He can move. He just happened to follow one of the best athletes in the history of college football, so people assume he can't run.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And he stepped in that huddle with all those graybeards, and that was hard to become a leader, but he has certainly grown up now. There he drops a screen off himself, and inside the 5 is his roommate, Jordan Shipley.
This is as good as it gets in college football. We've talked so much about Sam Bradford and all that he's doing for the Sooners, and just when it looks like the Longhorns maybe just can't match up with Oklahoma, Colt McCoy counters, and he answers the bell, comes right back down. Now let's see if they can get it into the end zone. This is a heck of a drive again by Texas.
Two big play calls coming up here. Quarterback draw, not going to get it done. Lewis, the linebacker, was the first wrap up the Horns quarterback, and that's going to leave Mac's offense with a 3rd and goal.
Think about it, this offense, they really don't have the consistency in running the football, and this is where it hurts you in this offense. They don't have a threat of a tight end, so it's a little bit, they almost have one hand tied behind their back trying to execute in these areas against the Sooners.
So here's your 12th play of this drive. For the most part, they have stopped McCoy from hurting them while running. He's going to throw for it. Got a man open. Touchdown, Texas. Shipley again. Another answer by this gutty Longhorn team right now against a very talented OU squad.
Patience by number 12. Watch Shipley work his way eventually right here. Nice job of Colt waiting, finally gets it. Nice touchdown pass and a sensational job by that big offensive line of Texas to give him the time that he needed.
Lawrence tacks on the extra point. Back to 1 again. And on we go.
ESPN College Football on ABC. Brought to you by Best Buy. You happier. Powered by the G6 from Pontiac, official performance machines of the NCAA. And Verizon Wireless.
May not believe this, but I've seen deep fat fried peanut butter jelly sandwiches served out there, folks. Now, the big story of this game right now, Ryan Reynolds, OU's leading tackler, is over there. Coach Bob Stoops over with the young man who suffered some problems. And the storyline is how much this is hurting the Sooner defense right now. This was the spot that they were able to attack after Reynolds came off the field. And so OU and the coaching staff will have to see what they can do to shore it up. From the 9-yard lines, Murray, the running back. To the 27-yard line. Kirk, let's go back.
Well, Crow is right in the middle, obviously, of this defense. And I want you to watch that as Colt McCoy has time. Look at him looking around, a bit confused. And we're not piling on. We're not saying, boy, he's making mistakes. It's the hesitation. And we're going to watch throughout this game how Brandon Crow steps in for clearly the leader of this defense in Ryan Reynolds, number 8.
And it was Greg Davis, like an experienced play caller, attacking the weakness of the defense. Just like you'll see tomorrow and Monday night and Sunday night football. It's like a shark sees blood in the water, and here they come. 1st and 10 now for Bradford and OU. Inside handoff to Chris Brown. Let's go to Matt Weiner in New York for an update, Matt.
Hi, Brent. Verizon Wireless update from Champaign. Illinois down 8 to Minnesota. Watch Juice Williams. He'll keep it on the bootleg. Cuts back inside. Tackled by Steve Davis. Originally ruled a touchdown, but the knee is down. Overruled. Remains an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Bradford forced to throw this one, and there's going to be a penalty on it.
There is no foul for intentional. Granting the quarterback was outside the tackle and the ball crossed the line of scrimmage. Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Wow.
Defense number 37.
Just when Texas thought they were going to have a big break, they get one as Henry Melton is assessed.
Yeah, it looks like Henry Melton coming from the right side here comes up and underneath the face mask and comes down on top of Bradford. You couldn't tell because that was so slow, but it was definitely a late hit there. We saw one earlier that was a horrendous call. This one, a better call and a tough break for Texas. And Sooners, that's the last thing Sam Bradford needs is to be able to catch a break.
The offensive line for the Sooners holds in about a 3 or 4 yard gain by Brown. Let's go to Lisa.
Well, Brenda, just trying to get a little bit of information about Ryan Reynolds' injury. Just from where I'm standing, I could see that they were working on his right knee, and you could actually hear him cry out that he has quite a bit of pain in that knee. Just look, he's kept his helmet on, but you can look into his eyes, and you can see him tearing up a little bit. It does not appear that he will be coming back into this game.
All right, Lisa. 2nd down and 6. Fake the inside handoff. Bam! Fumble! OU picks it up. The big tackle, Loadholt, picked it up. They're going to be working on him in the film room. Loadholt, get down on top of that football, okay? Don't try to pick it up and make like a fullback. Don't do that.
Please, just fall on it, big fella. Arakpo coming off the edge with such speed is able to get to Sam Bradford, and Sam Bradford's got to feel this coming off a play-action fake. Arakpo too quick that time for Loadholt.
Here's Murray, slipped out as a receiver, short of midfield. Beasley was in on that stop. Aaron Williams, the freshman.
I think Bob Stoops and his offensive staff, Kevin Wilson, had seen enough of Arakpo. That time they put a tight end, Brody Eldridge, on Arakpo to try to keep him out of that backfield, but to no avail. Sooners come up short.
Well, the one thing you should know about Eldridge is when they go to jumbo, they put him in that backfield. A year ago, he was a big-time blocking fullback, lead blocker. Mike Nall back to punt now for the Sooners, and Texas with a golden opportunity if they can cash in. He's going to fake it. Nall takes off. Right side open. And he's a little short, according to the Texas coaching staff. The spot will tell it. Akina is up over there on the sideline. If the yellow marker is accurate, it is turned over on downs. Remember, it was 4th and 6. Did they get 5 or did they get 6?
Bob Stoops lives by the sword and sometimes dies by the sword. Deep in his, well, not deep in his own territory, but in his own territory, 4th and long. Takes a gamble. See if it paid off. About to see an emotional Longhorn sideline.
Longhorn football. Akina's team does the job. Last year, the co-defensive coordinator, Kirk, I'm sorry, and this year working with the special teams, too.
You know when you take on Bob Stoops, at any point, you might get this. Nall shows some quickness. It looked like he might be able to pick it up, but from the backside, Curtis Brown catches up to him and brings him down just about 6 to 8 inches short of the first down. A big, big gamble here by Bob Stoops.
Now they're going to review the spot. So instant replay will take another look. You can see where you thought the ball was down.
Let's give you a good look. I like the effort here from Brown. 3 right there. He misses him, never gives up on the play. And without that effort, Nall picks up a first down. Spot's pretty good.
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. First down.
Well, what a turn of events here. Ball goes back to Colt McCoy, who's had a couple real good possessions, and Nall not used to running and using those hamstrings. The full sprint, maybe have a bit of an issue there with his left leg.
Middle linebacker gone. Punter down. Lead by a point. Colt McCoy a chance.